They don't need it anymore. It's mine now. They hooked me up through a free microwave with it, so pretty sick. You know. Yo, we just did it again. We forgot to switch the camera over, and we've been looking at the Torkin on my Javier till I Baez for the last, I don't know, 10, 12 minutes as we were recording. So, a bit of a bummer. Probably going to be another little bit of an expedited episode today, as we're in the booth for the show this morning. Wake Up Woodward, filling in for my guy JB Smooth. So by the time this has been published and posted, I will have either succeeded or failed in replacing JB for today's episode of Wake Up Woodward, but nonetheless, did figure out my mistake. So we'll rewind, hit the pause, restart one more time from the top. Boom. How's it going, guys? So breaking down the weekend, went back home over the weekend. Like I say home, like to my hometown for a little bit. Got to see one of my old homies, Hunter, hanging out with him for a little bit. His lady, his kid, his mom and whatnot. So chilling out. Before I did that, got to go see my family again. A little get together. My cousin, I've talked about, I have a big family. My cousin just had a baby a few months ago, and we got to gather around as the baby was saved yesterday. We the sweet holy water washed upon their forehead like aloe vera on sunscreen, just cooling the burning flames of hell as their soul was eternally saved in the kingdom of heaven. Like I said, we've raised Catholic. So we got to go to church and to the baptism. So fun time. Got to see the family, which is cool. It's always nice seeing the family. And I was able to kind of kill two birds with one stone, because I'm moving. I'm in the process of moving right now. Well, sort of. I'm in apartment hunting, and hopefully by the end of today I've got a new place, or I've got some good news on a new place. But nonetheless, apartment hunting. My roommate is going to be taking the couch. Offered it up to him and his girlfriend. So when they move in together, they'll take the big piece of furniture. Need to focus on getting myself some furniture. So found a couch on Facebook Marketplace. Had to drive out to the Pinckney area, just a little bit far. But like I said, was able to make a two bird one stone trip out of it, because they lived on a lake, and on the opposite side of this lake was the parish where this baptism took place. So very convenient. Was able to go pick up this couch. Got to go pick it up actually from their house later this week. Don't have a truck. Got arrangements made to go pick it up, but gotta go get that. And yeah, like I said, we just ran around the lake to the parish. Got to I don't know why I'm bouncing around. I got the couch. They gave me a free microwave. I'm pretty stoked about that, because I've had a whole box of microwave popcorn for over a year and no microwave in our current apartment. So it's just been this snack when I'm hungry that I can't eat, especially when we're low on groceries. It's just a tease and it sucks, but either way, yeah, got the free microwave, got the couch, was able to zip right around the other side of the lake, pop in, caught the last little bit of mass. I didn't actually attend the mass. I was able to sneak right in. I could have hopped in the communion line right at the back, because the usher was almost to the last row, and I snuck my way into the whatever the room's called, the worship center. But I decided, nah, I wouldn't be too hedonist. I have accepted the sacrament, so I am allowed to take the body of Christ. But I decided to sit in the back, and then slowly but surely my family just kind of as they were making their way back to their seats, they started to see me and stuff like that. Surprised them that I made it out there. And like I said, I was able to just pick up a couch, get in the good graces of some of my tias, and then I was already halfway home, so I called up my buddy and said, "Hey, how's the bed, man? Why don't we kick it old school?" And I popped up to his place, We hung out for a little bit, checked out a little bit of that UFL action, and a little bit of so I was talking to him, like he sent me something like last week on like Instagram, or he texted me something. It was like something for Nathan for you, and it was about the rehearsal, which I've talked about a little bit. And I told him like, hey, this man's a genius, like he's in his bag again. He didn't realize it was like its own separate show. He just thought that was like clips from Nathan for you. So when I was talking to him about that, he decided like, oh, let's just check it out. So we watched the first episode of the rehearsal, Orange Juice No Pulp, and oh my god, it's I don't think you can never watch it too many times. It is such a masterpiece, a true masterpiece of television. This man just thinks of he thinks of things so he thinks he's so well thought out. I can't describe it. I can only fangirl over this, like, really, and I can't wait. Like I've been putting it off just so I could like binge it all at once, but I think I'm kind of getting to the point where I'm like ready to do it now, like season 2 of the rehearsal, because I just keep seeing like, oh my god, like he's so I'm like seeing posts where like I'm not reading the full thread headline because I don't want to like spoil anything for myself, but I can tell like they're just praising him in the thread. It's just like I said, got to watch it with him. Hopefully he's hooked on that. It is it is fantastic television. It is truly a like spectacle and marvel of television cinema. I don't think there's many things in the world truly like it. I mean, I love The Wire, and that's another level of genius. It's like The Wire is creating like I guess they're both similar in like the sense that The Wire is creating like a very authentic fictional reality, but it is all rooted in fiction. Nathan For You is creating a non-fictional reality. They are trying to mimic real life scenarios and outcomes and let you legit like rehearse outcome, like things in life that you want to do but are scared to, like, or like it's insane. It's so funny, and the concept is amazing, but the concept of it is amazing. I truly can't like fangirl over this enough. I'm wearing the Summit Ice jacket again. Like, it's cold enough. It was in the 49 when I walked outside, so I was checking the weather, like, oop, 40. Warm enough for shorts, not warm enough to go sleeves. Short sleeves, so I got through on the jacket, but either way. Rocking and rolling, man. Got it. Like I said, I'm looking for apartments. Got an apartment tour later today. Gonna be checking that out. Hopefully, got some keys to a place by the end of the week. Like I said, I gotta pick up that couch, and what I'm hoping I don't gotta do is pick it up, take it to my old apartment where I currently live, and then sometime in the next couple weeks end up having to load it back up, move it again along with the rest of my stuff to a different place. So hopefully that's not the case. I'm hoping maybe tomorrow I can get the keys to my my new unit, and if I fingers crossed hear back from them, and then don't gotta worry about it. Take the couch there, start the move-in process more or less, and then we're good to go. So hopefully we rock and roll there, and we got something to get some new exciting residence and domicile to stay in, but yeah, I don't know if I talked about this in like in the fuck up or since I restarted it, but I gave the couch to my roommate and his girlfriend, so I picked up a new piece of furniture. But speaking of my roommate, we ran the D5K this weekend. I want to give him a special shout out because he did cross the finish line before myself, which I am bummed out about, but oh well. Congrats to him. My guy Harlan, he had a goal in mind, came close to it. I'd say he half reached his goal. He wanted to hit below a certain time. He didn't quite hit below it, but the time started with that number. So calling it good enough, and we're getting a little bit closer to that time goal. So we're rocking and rolling. Got to do that this weekend. Fun time. Uh, he's did the marathon last year, and he got to run like through like the downtown Detroit area and stuff like that. So a little bit reminiscent for him. I hadn't done it before, so pretty fun checking it out. I think they had a cool loop, and afterwards we got to go around the ballpark inside of the field at Comerica. We had to come in at right field and then walked all the way around, and then as you're kind of like getting back, you kind of just went up the stands into the concourse and whatnot, and it was a fun time. Got a cool little medal out of it. Met some cool people. A lot of people downtown. A lot of good looking ladies, especially runners. It's fellas. I know there's probably like a handful of us watching. Get into running, man. Check out if you're like there's some local run clubs in your area or anything like that, man. Just focus on yourself. Start getting active, get in shape. Work on your cardiovascular system, man. Work on like not being such a fucking windbag out, from just walking up some stairs. Don't when you go outside, you don't gotta sweat like a ham. You know what I mean? Get to you got to put in a little work, or you got to really be in the heat to really start seeing those sweat stains pouring out. So I've went through a little bit of a fitness journey, as they call it. Just worked out a lot last year, just running, putting in the miles, to run the marathon last year and to go on that bike trip that we went on and stuff. So more or less, but just liked how it felt. Liked kind of like more or less like wanting to like stay somewhat in shape and still feel like you can get out there and do a 5K at a reasonable pace and whatnot. Crank a respectable mile time. Not out there like I'm not Usain Bolt. I'm not Joshua Kipchoge out there, breaking land speed records or anything like that. But nonetheless, like we're just out there having fun, man. So, but speaking of having fun, man, I'll wrap it up really quick with a little teaser. We'll talk about this later in the week and stuff like that. But because a little fun video I caught with my buddy Zach and my roommate Harlan. We were watching this weekend some figure 8 bus races. If you haven't seen them before, I recommend checking them out. They say all dogs go to heaven. Well, I think all buses go to the figure 8 track, and we'll hopefully get to talk a little bit more about that and share some plans for actually attending a figure 8 bus race next month here locally. So we'll call it good there. I'm filling in for my guy JB, so I want to do some extra prep work, making sure I got everything set up for us today. So we'll be back tomorrow. Hope you guys have a good one. We'll see you alligators later.